evening. Welcome to this edition of the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show. My name is Leon Jones. Today is Thursday, October 13th, 2016. Tune in to the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show every Saturday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, right here on Blog Talk Radio. Guest call-in number is 215-383-5785. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show right here on YouTube, so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Also, if you have a topic that you would like for me to discuss right here on YouTube and or Blog Talk Radio, please email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Now, on this channel, we don't engage in debates, controversial or emotional issues, nor do we participate in any unnecessary bickering and or drama. This is a channel that is used for educating my audience. We don't do entertainment here. Also, we want to keep this atmosphere very positive because there are a lot of tensions going on, and we want to relieve those tensions. Moving on. If you have a comment, and I do read my comments as long as they make sense, but feel free to comment. Stick to the topic. In other words, no bloviating, if you wish to opine. Now on to this evening's topic. Video number 2. Live from Purdue Northwest here in Hammond, Indiana. The previous video I did, we talked about regional campuses. We're going to stay in our education sector. We're going to talk about types of business degrees, which ones are good to get and which ones aren't. First of all, business is one of the largest majors in any college. We even called engineering pre-business because a number of people who couldn't deal with engineering, and engineering is a demanding major. I mean, I saw people from the buckets, just seemed like it, disappear. After that calculus and that differential equations got to them, they went over to the School of Business and prospered. Now, does that make business easy? It doesn't make it easy, but less demanding. But let's get into some types of business degrees. First of all, some colleges call it the BSB, the Bachelor of Science of Business, and we're only doing undergraduate, okay? We're not doing graduate. So we're not going into MBAs or MSAs. We're going to just do it on the undergraduate level, excuse me. So, your Bachelor of Science in Business, your Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Now, let me talk about this. It basically gives you a roundup of every operation that goes on in a business. Now, is that degree worth getting? I'm going to say no, because it's generic. The next one that's popping up is the Bachelor of Science in Entrepreneurship. Okay, what's an entrepreneur? It's a business owner. So on the contrary, do you need a business degree or do you need a degree in entrepreneurship? I mean, understand, folks, if you're going into business, do you want to spend this kind of money to get a degree in entrepreneurship? When you can be an entrepreneur by understanding and utilizing the tools that YouTube and other books provide for you for almost nothing. I'm going to say no. Next one I'm going to bring up to you is a Bachelor of Science in CIS, Computer Information Systems. Basically, that's an offshoot between information systems and computer science. Do a lot more programming, very technical degree. I'm going to say yes, because with the technology increasing, it's constantly changing. So you're going to need programmers who understand C++ and Java. I say yes on that degree. MIS, Management Information Systems. Well, as CIS, computer information systems, that deals with the technology functions. Well, MIS deals with the business functions on how you can integrate computer information into organizations such as e-business, human resources, ERP, that kind. You have database management. That's where your MIS is. I'm going to say yes. Now, CIS and MIS are both subsidiaries of IS, which if you get into those fields, you can become an IT director, a computer analyst, a programmer. You can deal with security, cybersecurity. Good major. Good major. The next one I want to tell you about is human resources. Okay, now I've had my ups and downs with HR, but at the end of the day, you still need HR. Organizational leadership courses and organizational behavior and motivation, they're all within that degree. It's a good degree because the HR department, if it's run right, can be the glue to hold your company together. Then you have supply logistics or supply chain management. Usually, anything with management in it, I would say no. And this one, I'm going to say yes because, again, you're dealing with inventory, distribution. In other words, if I have a warehouse, that's where I'm stocking. Let's say I'm going to send cell phones out, like an Amazon. Well, I'm going to need some type of supply chain management system because my warehouse is centralized with all these cell phone devices. I need to get them out. So, I'm going to say supply chain management. That's a yes. Regular management. I'm going to say no. It's too generic. Now, okay, let me go back to something. The way you can make it with a regular management degree or generic business degree or even an entrepreneurship degree. You want to make that degree relevant? Add a minor. A minor consists of between 18 and 30 classes, or even add a certificate. Now, here's the difference between a certificate and a minor. Basically, a minor is a mini major, and a certificate is a mini minor. You get a separate piece of paper for a minor. You get a separate piece of paper for a certificate. Your minor is printed on your transcript. So I was told by somebody, well, employers don't recognize minors. Well, yes, they do. You just get the transcript. They will recognize all the courses that you took. That's how you make a generic degree like management, business, and entrepreneurship work for you. Get a minor. Minors are good. It's just extra courses. Now, what about a Bachelor of Science in Accounting? That's a definite yes. Accounting, you got to be detailed. You got to understand the GAAP principles. You got to understand Oxley-Sarbanes. You got to understand accrual accounting, credits and debits. So you have principles of accounting 1 and 2. Then you have intermediate accounting 1 and 2, advanced accounting, accounting information systems. And the reason why accounting is definitely prevalent, because accounting is definitely the glue that can see from your financial statement of where your company is. You have to understand owner's equity, assets and liabilities. That's what accounting is for. Accounting is your books. And when you get audited, the auditors want to come in to see if you keep good books. So yes, definite yes. What about finance? Finance is that is a yes as well. Now, the difference between accounting and finance, although the curriculums overlap, accounting basically gives you a past and current history of the transactions that have taken place, whereas finance gives you a future forecast, where you want to be. And finance is a little bit more mathematically inclined, and you make a little bit more money because you go into the investing. You can be an actuary, go into risk and insurance and venture capital with finance. But it's a good degree. Investment banking, very good degree. Both degrees, particularly I'm talking about accounting, and I'm going to go back to computers and finance. If you have anything that's technical, that's what's marketable today. Because in every aspect, you're going to use a computer, you're going to use accounting, you're going to use some type of finance. Now, finance, basically, if you're going to go into risk management and insurance, that's when you are going to utilize the mathematics. Because there's a lot of statistics involved, a lot of calculus involved. Temple University has a program called financial engineering, and I understand why they call it financial engineering. Very difficult, very demanding. Now, another degree to bring up, it's usually in the human services, but it is a business degree. Hospitality. Now, you might laugh at that degree, but hospitality used to be hotel, restaurant, and institutional management, or hotel, restaurant, tourism, and recreation. Now they've put everything into one degree, and they call it hospitality management. Now, that degree, I would definitely say yes. Although, in order to get in the hospitality field, you don't need a degree in hotel restaurant management if you start off as an entry-level employee. What you need, though, is the degree to get into management. So, here's why it's significant. Because the hospitality is broken down not just in hotels and restaurants, but you have your events, you have your sport, you have your recreational, and you have your casino, you have your casino management, and you have your tourism. Now, out of all of those subsidiaries, I like tourism because tourism is a huge market. I mean, everybody's traveling. And inside tourism, that's when you have your restaurants, your car rentals, you even have your sports right inside tourism. So, also, look at these business degrees to make sure that they're accredited by one of the business accrediting agencies. If you want to know about them, I don't have it right offhand in my head, but I did a previous video on accreditation, which is a programming accreditation for programs like business and engineering. Go back and check that video out. But to sum up, if you're a business major, business is a huge major. It could be a good investment depending on where you go. But don't come out with a generic degree unless you have a minor. That'll set you apart from any other business student. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you get a number of individuals who are coming out with degrees and they become worthless because you don't know how to market yourself, and the degree that you got, it was pretty easy, and it's not a marketable item. And what happens for your young kids? You're going to go home and live with your mom and your dad. But you want a degree that's recession proof, a business degree. Now, if you get a generic business degree, you can go on and get an MBA, Master's Science in Accounting or Master's Science in Taxation. Because at the end of the day, if you get the right business degree, you can take the CPA, the CFA, which is a certified financial analyst. So there you go. That's the summary on types of undergraduate business degrees. That's my commentary for this edition of the 401 Talk Zone Radio Show. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones, and just remember to be gentle and respectful to each other, and have a wonderful and blessed evening. Good night.